so we did start the class, and I forgot to record for the PSD guys. So we're on now. Sam, you're telling me we talked about conduit yesterday. What we actually were talking about was conduit safety, I guess. If you're
that's what I meant.
Yeah, if you're pulling energized wires through a conduit, you want to do your best to make sure you don't get yourself energized. Wear gloves was one of the things we talked about. Turning off the circuits if possible. Using a non-metallic fish. These are all good points to have this done. All right, so we need to remember these things. As I got a lot going on here. Okay, that type of thing. So we talked about the grounding plug, the 3-prong plug, and that little barrel thing on the bottom. And we did talk about cutting that off. That is carrying our ground wire or our bare wire as we know it. And because it is carrying the ground wire or the bare wire, it's important to realize that even though we say that wire should never be energized, in the fact if we have a fault to ground, we want it to be energized, okay, to triple circuit. If you cut that prong off, then obviously that's not going to happen. Now, the other thing I want to talk about today is power tools, not cordless power tools, but drills, saws, anything else that might have a cord to it. Just like if we use an extension cord. What should we do with our extension cord every day, Malachi?
Check it before you use it.
What are we checking for?
Like, if it's like torn or damaged.
Okay, if it's nicked or damaged, okay, make sure that third prong is in there. And if it is nicked or damaged, what do we do with it, Sam?
You don't use it.
Don't use it. Okay, well, a little more than that, we don't use it, you're right, but we also report it, okay, and we tag it and make sure that it is out of service, okay? Why can't we put electrical tape around the cord, Megan? Megan, you with me?
Yeah, you can't do it because it's not fully safety.
Okay, it's not full safe. I'll go with that. Okay, that type of thing. All right, they don't want you patching cords with tape. They want you to actually take the cord out of service, and if it can't be repaired, then you trash it and you just make sure that you have a new one. It's as simple as that. Okay, back to here. All right, guidelines. Nothing we need to do. All right. Double insulated cords, okay? What a lot of companies are doing now, they're not using the third prong, the 3-wire cord, they're using a 2-wire cord. And the way they get around that is the fact that the tool is plastic, first of all, so it's not metal, so it can't become energized. And second of all, what they do is they use a double insulation method. It'd be either thicker plastic or something like that. So it won't energize on you, right? Why they're doing this is because plastic is cheaper than metal, and the fact that plastic is cheaper than metal, when you buy a 3-wire cord, what costs more, a 2-wire cord or a 3-wire cord? Yes, the answer would be a 3-wire cord would cost more. And then you're buying a 3-prong plug versus a 2-prong plug, which costs more, the 3-prong plug. So the manufacturer, by using plastic, which is cheaper in the first place, and using these other procedures to insulate it, all right, is actually saving money. Actually, it gives them more profit, but it also keeps your costs down when you're buying the tool. So that's one way you can look at that. All right. Here's a current reading down here. All right, affects the current on the human body. All right, 0.001 amps of current from a watch battery. Okay, is that going to? You're not even going to probably feel that. All right, a 9-volt battery you're not going to feel. Christmas tree light bulb. Well, You might feel a little pinch, something like that. Electric radio. Wow, does anybody know what electric radio is? We still have those? Huh? We're not sure, huh? Okay. So, with this light bulb saying muscular control is lost, I seriously doubt it, but if they want to put it that way. All right. Electric radio. All right. Extreme pain, breathing stops, severe muscular. Wow, they're really making you think here, but that's okay. All right. Jigsaw. We all know what a jigsaw is, right? Jigsaw or Zozo. We use those over in shop. Okay. So, yeah, we can have ventricular fibrillations. Yeah, fibrillations. Gotta get my words right there. Okay. And nerve damage could occur. Wow, look at this. Death may result. All right. So, Sam, if you die using the tool, let me know, okay? That was a joke, Sam. But anyway, all right. And heart stops, and they're just using some different comparisons here, that type of thing. So we're going to move on here. Okay. Three-prong plug. All right. Make sure that the plug is in good shape. Make sure that make sure the receptacle is in good shape. Make sure the plug is in good shape. Okay. Double insulated cord. Now, this is a nice picture to point something out to you. Okay. You have tools across the street, all right, that have a flex piece like this one. This is for stress. So the cord can be bent for stress. Okay. You ever see those on any of the tools? Well, what happens is that time to time, they dry rot and they start to fall apart. So if this starts to fall apart, you want to make sure that your cord within here is not dry rotted or fall apart. So again, we go back to the old saying, inspect your tools every day. All right? And we won't have any issues. All right, we all got that? All right, next thing we want to remember, okay, GFCI. What's GFCI, Sam?
It's a ground con. I forgot what it stood for.
Okay, well, if you're reading the page I'm on, it's right on the page. Megan, what's a GFCI?
Yes.
Malachi?
Oh, it's a ground fault circuit interrupter.
Yeah.
What is it?
A ground fault circuit interrupter.
Right, it's ground fault circuit interrupter, okay? And we've been dealing with these, right, people?
Yeah.
Okay, remember these guys? Got the little push buttons?
Yeah.
Probably got them in your kitchen, you got them in your bathroom, you got them in your swimming pool, you got them in your basement, you got them outside. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's got a test and reset button on it. Sometimes they're black and red like this. Sometimes they're the same color as the unit. No matter to how they look. Okay. As long as we know there's a GFCI, you're supposed to test them once a month to make sure that they are working. Some people test them, some people do not test them. So that's the way that goes. So GFCI are important to have in the circuits. The other thing with a GFCI, as some of you have learned the hard way, a GFCI must be properly connected, properly wired. If it is not properly connected or properly wired, okay, it's not going to work right for you. All right? So, if we're working in a job site, it will be the employer's employer's responsibility to make sure that the circuits in the job site are GFCI protected. And if they're not GFCI protected, what do you think we can do to make them GFCI protected? Anybody? Nobody?
Nope.
No.
Nobody knows, huh?
Can you repeat that?
Well, I just gave you the answer. What are you looking at?
A portable GFCI.
A portable GFCI. Yeah. Okay. Every one of you can go buy one of these. Keep it with you. I have 3 of them. I have one in my house that I keep with my emergency stuff. I have one in my car, and I have one in my toolbox.
I never knew these existed.
Well, there they are.
I'm gonna get one. That's nice.
Yeah, Home Depot.
Come in handy.
Okay, so these are here, and they're here to stay, and you can use these as portable GFCIs. Notice that some of them only have 1 plug on them, some of them have 3 plugs. Okay, doesn't matter. Here's one that plugs into the wall. Okay, without any cord at all. All right, they come in all different shapes and sizes. I think they start at about $35 at Home Depot. Let's check that out.
It's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad at all. By the way, Home Depot's still open until 6 o'clock, so you don't have to go today. How much I say they were? I said about $35. Well, you got a couple different ones here. There's one for 30. There's one for 45. There's one for 17. That's just the plug-in, John. All right, there's another 3-wire, 35. Okay, so kind of right in the ballpark there. All right, with a GFCI, so we can we know we have that to work with if we want to work with it, that type of thing. All right. So moving along here, what happened here now? This isn't working. Why isn't this working? I don't know. Okay. Make sure that everything is grounded. All right. Never use bare electrical wire. Okay. Yeah, we use bare electrical wire in our Romex cable because it's designed to do so, but we don't wire anything up with a bare electrical wire. All right. Metal ladders by Electrical Power, we talked about that earlier. Metal hard hat. Who'd want to wear a metal hard hat? You're pretty heavy, but
Yeah.
I guess there's such a thing, so they want to make sure that you know about it.
Isn't that
Okay.
like conductive?
What's that, Sam?
Like, wouldn't that conduct electricity?
It conduct a lot of electricity, sure. Okay.
Yeah. So it's better to wear a plastic one.
Well, plastic, yeah, I didn't even know there's such a thing as a metal hard hat.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're saying there is, so that's whatever.
That's a
Okay.
lot of weight.
What's that?
That's a lot of weight on your head.
It would be. It would be. Right here. I don't know how many times we said this. Always inspect electrical power tools before you use them. Every time you use them. Not just once a day. If you put them down and you go to lunch, when you come back from lunch, inspect your tools. Maybe something happened when you're working in the morning, you didn't realize it, okay? Never operate a piece of electrical equipment that has a danger tag or a lockout device. Okay, we did lockout devices the other day, didn't we, people?
No.
Did I show you lockout devices the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at that. Okay? These tags, they exist. Okay? What you're seeing is 2 sides. You're seeing both sides of the tag here. All right? So if you see one of these tags on one of your pieces of equipment, all right, you don't use it. Here's the nice one here. What's nice about this one, Sam?
It's in Spanish and English.
It's in English and Spanish, or Spanish and English, okay? And then on the back, okay, you can write what the problem is. So if you're Spanish speaking, you can write your wording in Spanish, and if you're English, you write it in English. Doesn't matter. Okay? Everybody knows what this means here. Do not operate. Okay?
Yeah.
That type of thing. All right? Look at this one. Unsafe. Do not use. Be nice to put that on a ladder, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Busted ladder, right? Put that on a busted ladder. Okay? This one here is telling you do not use, and it tells you why. equipment's defective, parts are missing, work incomplete, whatever the case may be. So there's different types of tags out here, okay, that say unsafe, do not use, okay, defective. This is a lockout tag, out tag, this type of thing here. All right, equipment locked out. This is something like the tags that I had. All right, we used to put everybody's pictures on them, okay, so you would know whose tags they are, that type of thing. And they even come in red. All right, they come in red. So if you see a tag like that, you kind of know that you don't want to be messing with it. All right. For PSD guys that will be watching later, all we're doing is we're Googling different things as we go along, and you've seen us do this in the past. So I'll leave it up to you to do your own Googling if you want. Not a requirement, but we're just trying to get everybody to understand what's going on with this program. All right, let me go back to here. Hit that button, and there we go. All right. So here we were tagged. Never use Warner-free cables. Back in the day, and I don't know if any of you have ever seen it, maybe grandmoms or something like that, appliance cords used to be made of a cloth instead of plastic as they are today. And because they were made of a cloth, okay, they had more tendency to fall apart. And they would just start to fray and fall apart. And if that happened, well, then they needed to be replaced. True story. When I was itty bitty, we did not have a TV. I used to listen to the Lone Ranger. Everybody know who the Lone Ranger is?
No.
No.
All right, so when you get off this class, you're going to Google the Lone Ranger, okay? And I used to listen to the Lone Ranger on the radio on Saturday mornings. Well, one week I went to plug in my radio, and the cord looked a little messed up. And I showed it to my mom, and she says, plug it in. Well, I did. And I got second-degree burns on my hands where they had to take me around to the hospital and get my hand all cleaned out. Okay? Those of you not familiar with second degree, it's a little more than what you get if you just touch something hot. Okay, it's not quite up to the blister stage, but it can be a nasty burn. So check your free cords at all time. And to answer your question, no, that is not what made me become an electrician. But anyway, we'll keep that where it is. All right. Use approved receptacles, plugs, stuff like that. Okay. Any repairs of cords. Any cords must be performed by a qualified person. Okay, not a competent person, a qualified person. That means in most cases, if you're on a job site, they would say turn it over to the electrician or something like that. Even though you're building trades and we're teaching you a little bit of this and a little bit of that, okay, on a job site, a qualified person would most likely be a electrician, all right? So you would turn that over to him or her to have it repaired or fixed. All right? Oh, look, there's the portable GFCI that we came up with earlier. Okay, didn't know that, didn't even have to go to that. All right? Look at this cord here. What's going on with this cord here, Malachi?
The wires are coming out of it.
Yeah, the insulation's a little frayed. Okay, and because the insulation's a little frayed, who's that? Okay, that's my phone's been ringing all day here. Okay, if the wire's a little frayed, obviously we don't want to use that because we can pull one of these wires right out. Now, this here is the female, this part of a plug. What did they do here? What they did was they cut the plug off. Good, Megan, want to tell us?
They removed the blue and only kept the copper wiring, I want to say.
Okay, they kept the copper wire. What else did they do?
They also cut the plastic on it too.
Okay.
Then.
And what else?
And they put it two-way.
Okay, people, this is the female. This is the female. So they took the two wires and stripped them. They bypassed the plug, and they're putting the two wires, just like putting the two wires right in here. What do you think of that? Would you do that?
Yeah.
You would? You would take two wires and put them right into the female without using a plug. Is that what you're telling me, Sam?
No.
No. Why?
Because it gotta be a female and male.
Okay, I think you're missing my point here, Sam. I take this plug and I put it right in here without using the plug part. Is it safe to take two wires and put two wires in there?
No, it's not.
Why?
Because then it's gonna shock you.
It could be shocked. Okay, let's say you had something like this plugged in. Okay, and your little brother or sister went over and started playing with it. What's going to happen to your little brother or sister?
They're gonna get shocked.
They're going to get hurt. All right, do we want little brothers and sisters getting hurt? I don't. Do we want our cats getting hurt? Nah. Do we want our dogs getting hurt? Nah. Okay, so this is definitely something that we don't want to do. All right. So let me go to here. All right. Okay. Electrical power systems grounding is a method where we've been through grounding 1,000 times already, people. All right. We have three wires, right? We have a grounding wire. We have a grounded wire. Which one's the grounding wire, Malachi? These guys don't remember nothing from class?
Isn't it the black one?
The black one? I thought the black one was the ungrounded wire, the current carrying wire.
The copper one? Is it the copper one?
Oh, you're right. It is copper.
Oh.
You're right. It is copper. All the wires are copper.
The green one.
The green one, or the bare copper. If you're referring to bare copper, yes, Malachi. Okay, so it's the green one or the bare copper. Okay, that is the grounding conductor. So if that's the grounding conductor and the black is the ungrounded conductor, then what's the white wire called? Grounded conductor. Okay, the path of current flows between the black and the white, which is the grounded conductor. And the grounding is there for safety. That is that third prong or the green wire on your piece. Okay. Assure equipment grounding conductor programs. All right. Yeah, check them. Read this. Make sure you read this in your own time. All right. Make sure that everything is proper. All right. Read this here. Electrical cords are frequently seen on construction sites. Yeah, they are. Okay. Often they get overloaded. Read this. All right. Please go over some of this stuff. Okay. Conductor Bada Bada. Wow. All equipment grounding conductors must be tested for continuity and must be electronically continuous. I'm not sure why they put the word electronically in there, but yes, it must be continuous. Okay, no breaks in the ground. All right, and we've talked about that when we put boxes together, when we ground boxes. What do we do with all the ground wire or the grounding wires that go into a box? Somebody want to tell me what we do with them? Come on, we just did this. What is it? Man, I'm losing this class, aren't I? What is it?
I'm not too sure.
You're not too sure? If I have three bare wires in a box, do I just leave them hang there?
No.
What do I do with them?
You put them in the box.
Okay, they're in the box. Now what do I do with them?
You close the box so they won't
Come on, Sam. You know this, Sam. You know the answer.
You would put a greenie in.
You put a greenie in. What the heck's a greenie?
A nut.
It's a nut. You call me a nut, Megan? Megan's called me a nut. Okay. The greenie, the wire nut. Remember the wire nut?
That's what I was trying to say.
What is it?
That's what I was trying to say.
I understand. Okay, we gotta have some fun, right, Megan? Let me get back to here. Remember that, guys? Yeah.
Yeah.
How come I gotta keep going back to things to make you guys remember? I don't understand that. Maybe I'm gonna have to start giving everybody zeros back in electrical class. Wow. That'll kill you, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're right. So what are we seeing here, Sam?
Wires.
Right here where my marker is, my little hand guy.
Twisted up wires.
What's that?
Twisted up wires.
Twisted up wires, and what's coming out of the top?
What is this called, yo? Oh my God. I know what that is. Isn't that like the copper wire?
It's copper wire. It's one of your twisted up wires, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, and where's it going?
I'm not really sure.
Not sure. Malachi, where's that going?
I'm not sure either.
You guys are really starting to disappoint me, okay? Really starting to disappoint me. Okay? I don't want to use that one. I don't want to use orange. I want to use orange or something different.
Oh, I was right. I was going to say something like that. Like, it go on the green screw.
Yeah, they go on a green screw, which I can't find. One of the phone. Here's one here. Okay, there you go. Those are the green screw. And in that case, there's no other wires wire nutted in there, so we didn't need to use a greenie. Okay? Look at this. There's a whole thing about replacing wire. Oh, look at that. Now I got to see that, and I got to look at that later. Maybe I'll learn something. Who the heck knows?
I couldn't find the words, but I knew it was that, though.
Okay. All right. There's your wire coming into your ground screw, and then it goes out to the receptacle. And if it's multiple wire, which I'm hoping I can find one, and I can't find one, okay, we will see the greenie putting them all together, which I don't see. So nothing I can do about that right now. Okay. Excuse me. I'm just looking. What they did here was instead of using the greenie, they used one of these new type stick together terminals. They're pretty expensive, so that would not have been the way to go, but they did. Oh, good. Here's one. Okay, so here's one where you got two wires, right?
Yeah.
So what they did, they wired the two together. All right, and where's this going to go now? This is going to go to your device. This is going to go to your receptacle, or it's going to go to your switch. Okay?
Yeah.
And this is a plastic box. So because this is a plastic box, we didn't have to ground it, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure that we got all that squared away. All right, let me go back to here. Okay. We talked about ground fault circuit interrupters already. We talked a little bit about lockout tagout. Lockout tagout is disconnecting any energy. What are the four main energies? Somebody better tell me these.
Struck by caught between.
No, that's focus four.
Oh, my
Four energies.
For energies.
Yeah.
The air pressure, right?
That's one of them. You're right. Pneumatic. Look at here. The four main energies are in here. Okay. Okay. Pneumatic, which is air pressure, is one of them. You're very correct there, Sam. What's the other three? Hydraulics is two.
Machinery.
No, not machinery.
Electricity.
Electricity. That's three.
And
And the fourth one is the deadliest of them all.
boom.
Who said that?
I did. Sam.
Sam. Okay. Steam. Yeah.
Gas, electric.
Go Sam.
Well, gas and electric are energies, Megan. Gas and electric are energies. Gas could create, first of all, could create steam. Okay, it also could create other things. Electrical, definitely an energy. Pneumatic, an energy. Hydraulic, an energy. Steam, and energy, because all four of those can push things. Go ahead. Good, Megan.
Steam.
Okay, what about it? You're just answering? Okay, the four main energies. Right here. Steam. We won't do that. All right, steam, electrical, air pressure, which is pneumatic, and hydraulics. They're the four that they always come up in an ocean test. Are they going to come up in this test? I don't know. Don't know what's coming up in this test. But you do want to kind of remember what they are. All right, but all these other things, when we're working around them, and we need to do lockout, tag out, okay, this is what we want to do. What's the acronym for lockout, tag out? Anybody remember?
Lotto.
LOTO, very good. LOTO, acronym for lockout, tag out. Okay, yeah, valves, anything. We need to lock out. Never operate any device, valve, switch, whatever. If it's locked out, tag out. There's your typical lockout device setup right there. Okay, and that would be for an electrical lockout.
You're welcome.
Does anybody remember how we locked out a plug? If I had a plug that I needed to lock out?
Yeah. Yes.
Tell me about it. Don't remember? Remember seeing them? Right here. If I had something I didn't want somebody to operate. Let's say you have a window air conditioner, and the window air conditioner is not working properly. So you call the window air conditioning repairman, and he comes out and says, I need a part. And he has to go back to the shop to get the part. But now he doesn't want anybody turning that air conditioner on because he's got it apart, correct? So if he was to put the plug in this little box and lock the little box, can you go along and plug in the air conditioner, Sam?
No, because it's locked in the case.
Because it's locked in the case and the mechanic has the key.
Yeah.
So this is another way of locking out, tagging out things. And then when we get the valves, okay, and when we get them a valve, we have this type of cover, all right? This is a ball valve that's just got the handle on it. Okay, you line it up with the handle.
Go
Right.
to the com-
Over here, you got valves on the.
person, I
wall.
think.
What we talking about, Megan?
Somewhat.
Go, Megan. What are you asking?
No.
Megan, you okay?
I think her mic is messed up.
Okay. All right.
It's
So
like,
this
it's,
is good, Sam.
it's delayed. It's coming in late.
What's coming in late?
Like her voice, cause I see
Oh.
her, like, I see her mouth moving, but it's no sound.
Maybe she's on delay then. All right. But anyway, these are covers that you will put on valves. These are covers that you will put on valves. Why are there two locks on this cover, Malachi?
Cause two different people could use it.
No, two different people can't use it.
I mean,
Two different people are working on it.
Yeah, that's what
Okay? Yeah, two different people are working on it. Okay? That type of thing. All right. So we got all kinds of different valves and stuff going on here. Okay? Here's one here that couldn't come up with a valve. They put a chain around it. Doesn't matter. Chain's going to keep you from turning that on and off. Okay? Here's one that's a steel cable. So lockout, tagout devices come in every shape and form that we might need it to. Okay? And if you're there when someone gets electrical shock, you can save a life by taking immediate action. Okay, so first thing you're going to do, obviously, is disconnect the circuit. The second thing, if you can't disconnect the circuit, don't try to separate the victim. Don't touch them. All right, if you touch the person, you become electrocuted. Well, if the person's being electrocuted and you can't turn the circuit off, how can you get them away from the circuit? What can I use?
Nothing. I just remembered.
Nothing.
Yeah.
What's that? What can I use to separate from the circuit? What is it, Megan? Okay. How about a piece of wood?
Yeah, because
Go ahead. Good, Sam.
they can't conduct electricity.
Okay, so I can hit it with a piece of wood, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and if I don't have a piece of wood, how about a broom handle?
It gotta be plastic.
It's got to be plastic or wood. Okay,
Yeah.
it's got to be wood. I have a wood broom handle here. Okay, the ones in the shop are usually made of wood. Some of them are made of plastic. Yes, to answer your question, you don't want a metal handle broom handle. Okay, or you don't want to use it anyway in that situation. Okay, that type of thing. All right. So we're up to electrical right here. All right, we'll wrap it there for the holiday. Okay. Again, I expect to see people working on this. You have the work. Hopefully, when we get back, I will be qualified to give you the test. Maybe we'll go another week, and in another week, then we should be able to take this test. And then remember, if you fail the test, you can take it again in 2 days. And I did check with them. It's 2 days, doesn't matter what. So if you take the test on a Friday and you fail, you can technically take the test again on a Sunday, but it would actually be Monday. All right? It's not like Monday waiting on Wednesday or something like that. All right? Any questions for me?
A lockout.
No?
tagout.
Okay. What about it? What about lockout, tagout,
No.
Megan?
Nah.
A lockout.
Okay, you with us, Megan? What's going on here? I'm confused. Okay, let's go back to here. Let me go to here.
Her voice is
Yeah.
delayed.
Wow.
No, what she said earlier is coming
Let's
in
listen
now.
to our thing here. Delay.
I don't got school Friday or Monday.
Right? I don't know why.
That's cool.
Okay, so let me go to here. I'm presenting. All right, now I can see. I can't see Malachi. I can't see Megan. I don't know why. All right, so we'll leave it there. If you have questions, send me your questions via email. If you have not sent me your credentials yet, please send me your credentials so I can start getting you registered into the NCCER system. Once you are in the system, then Mr. Hove can start entering for your paper test, and then the system will start recording you for your electronic test. Okay, any questions on that? Sam, Malachi,
No.
Megan? Okay. You guys have a nice holiday, and then I'll see you on Wednesday about 2 o'clock, the Wednesday we come back to school. All right?
No,
Unless
thank
something
you.
else happens between them. All right?
Won't work.
Okay. All right. See you later.
Bye.
See you, Mr. Schmidt.
All right. See you later.